Welcome to the Evil Generation. This is 5-Minute Gospel Reflections. I'm Dr. Ben Safransky. I thought this was the first evil generation, that the world was worse than it's ever been before. Well, it might be. But I think that today's gospel passage should draw our minds to something really important. And that is the fact that since the fall, human nature always tends towards evil. Not that we're mostly evil, not that all of us are evil, but that our lives take place on a kind of slope, on a hill, making it easier to walk downhill towards evil than it is to walk uphill towards what's good. So Jesus calls his generation evil. Why? Because they look for a sign. One of the most amazing things I think about the gospel stories is the way that people keep getting signs of who Jesus is. They keep getting signs of his divine power, and yet they keep demanding more. Forget about blind faith. Forget about believing in something you've never seen. These people can't even remember what they saw 10 minutes ago when Jesus walked on water or when Jesus healed the sick. And these people who demand signs, I feel like they're just like me with so many things in my life. I have a very short memory when it comes to good things, especially. God has touched my life so many times. Obviously going back to earlier than I can remember, going back to my baptism, my experience of the sacraments, but God has come to me in prayer. God has come to me in difficulties. God has come to me through the sacraments. He's guided me at times when I didn't know where my life was going to go. He's always guided me in the right direction. And sometimes it feels like every day I'm making a new demand of God, as if A, he has to prove himself to me, B, he doesn't already know exactly what I need, and C, as if he doesn't already know kind of where this is all headed. Right? I forget that he has the long-term plan. And so Jesus says that the generation that asks for a sign is only going to get the sign of Jonah. Right? What happened to Jonah? Jonah was swallowed up by the big fish, spent 3 days in its belly, and then in a way was brought back to life, spat out on the shore. So in other words, Jesus says the only sign we're going to get is that of the resurrection, that he, Jesus, is going to descend into the earth for 3 days and miraculously emerge on the other side. And I put only in air quotes because the sign of Jonah is actually the biggest sign he could give us, the resurrection. While we might want magic solutions to our problems, we might want him to instantly give us whatever we think we want in the moment. What Jesus gives us is something so much more. He conquers the only thing that we actually have to fear, which is death. And he takes our humanity through that death with him so that we don't have to be afraid of it anymore. My challenge for you today as I reflect on this passage is to take a few moments and reflect on God's care for you in the past, how he has guided your life up to this point, and reflect on how you think about his care for you now. Are you like me? Every time there's a challenge, do you doubt that God is going to take care of you as he has in the past? Maybe take a minute to reflect on how that trust in his providential care could change in the future. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow.